Hey, good morning, everybody. Oscar, Guile, Snipers, Albert, Francis, Jedi, Aaron, top of the morning, Mr. Anthony Soprano. Boy, not much happened over the weekend, huh? Boring. Kind of boring. Well, old Bitcoin, what are we doing? Hmm, nothing overly exciting. I know we all get pretty bullish past here. I know we all get pretty bullish up there. I do. I definitely do. Hmm, really hoping something more interesting developed on the weekend. This is just like this little 4 hour bearish candle plus the wick top on that one. Efficiency, break structure, blah, blah, blah. Look into that for supply. Let's see. I think that this just needs to go. Objectively, that needs to get swept because that was on the weekend. And I think objectively all of this needs, well, let me put it this way. I think direction's a lot clearer once we take out those things. Yeah, I don't like this low that got put in over the weekend. I don't think that looks good at all. That kind of got put in over the weekend right there. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't. As far as I'm concerned, poor highs and poor lows. Poor highs and poor lows. Structure up from the bottom remains to be moderately bullish. Seem to have a slight reduction in bullish momentum though. Seems to be more, yeah, moderately bullish. Got here just out of curiosity. Nothing too interesting there. What I don't like is it's just not any really good looking demand in this leg up. There's nothing that looks super great. There's some stuff down there that hasn't been mitigated. Like this 30-minute order block right here. Hey, go away. Yeah, I think as it stands right now, I am just looking to looking for this. I'm looking to blow out both sides of the weekend. That's what I'm looking for. I don't care which one happens first. No, actually, I would prefer the bottom happen first. I would prefer that the bottom happen first. I think that would be more bullish. Okay, so we got that. Get some alerts. Yeah, and the rest of this, I just don't love it. I just don't love it. I don't think I love it enough to get involved in it. Nope. Nope. So those are my two alerts on BTC. I'm gonna keep it super chill. I'm gonna wait. I could be wrong on both of them, obviously. And yeah, that's OM, huh? OM. Well, we might as well do OM then. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that everybody is excited about these days? Is OM? I thought Jasmine was cool. I thought Jasmine was pretty sweet. OM. I think I've done TA on that before. That sounds familiar. OM on Bybit? Ooh. Oh. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. What do we have up here? I think you gotta be crazy to want to trade this thing. That's what I think. I'm trying to figure out what. Like, did we have a short up here? Because it'd be so cool if we did. Yeah, we did. Look at that. See, if you'd have just held that short, it'd be great. No, anyways. OM. Yeah, I mean, it's like trying to trade fucking Luna Classic or something. Doesn't look like a good idea to me. Does not look like a good idea to me at all. Hmm. I think you gotta be pretty brave, man. I think you gotta be pretty brave on this. Nah, bro. I mean, you have a dangerously weak low. There's a dangerously weak low down there. So I think it's just better off shorting this thing, but it's kind of boom. I mean, I guess if we got, I don't know, man. I'm not super comfortable with this thing. I mean, part of my basic thoughts on it are, um, that I can't draw. My basic thoughts on this is that I can't draw. With these breaks coming out of here, you're kind of going boop, boop. We're up. We're missing another boop. Um, yeah. So like a break of this and then a cover of this, and then target that weak low. It's going to be a giant stop loss. I have a feeling. Yeah, no big deal. Only an 18% stop loss. Get off logarithmic. Jesus. Have to be on logarithmic. This chart's so brutalized. Um, yeah, that's a terrible chart. That's a terrible chart. Hey, yeah, full on rug. Yeah, that's full rug pull. That's full rug pull. And like, regardless of whatever, as far as I'm concerned, regardless of whatever the TA says down there, you're gonna have liquidity problems, man. You're gonna have massive liquidity problems. I would reckon against small portfolios now have the ability to move that asset in price. I think its market cap is probably looking pretty poor. What do we have out there that's interesting to look at? Anybody? Ish. Nah. Nope. 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 Yeah. I mean, I have a little bit of time left, so let's go look at some stuff and some things. Maybe you guys can come up with some stuff to look at. In the interim, I'm gonna go look at things that I haven't looked at in a while. I want to see what's going on with the ES. Good Lord, I graffitied all over this thing. Pretty neutral. I mean, we know it's under daily bearish market structure. We know it's under 4-hour bearish market structure, right? And outside of that, I'd say it's pretty neutral. Boom, 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 boom. Likely up until here. Oh no, fill that gap. Yeah. All right. Well, I will say this. This here on the ES makes me feel like that short on the high of Bitcoin might have a little bit of legs to it. On this high here. Makes me feel like that might have a little bit of legs to it. Yeah, this is overall similar presentation. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look so great. What's up with the DXY? Did we get to the range low? We did get to the range low, huh? That's right, we did. And nothing structurally has developed since doing so. Well, let's check the 15. No, not even the 15 has changed. So we interacted with that mega range low, but nothing has changed structurally since doing so. Not even on the 15-minute time frame. Everything is still totally neutral, with a strong high and a weak low, and totally neutral. And that's a W. That's not an N. That's a W. And I'd say otherwise fairly neutral in there. So nothing overly interesting on the DXY either. Is there anything interesting with dominance? Doubtful. Oh, that's right. We were going to go 100x long dominance last week. I forgot. Nothing too interesting on dominance either, in my opinion. Nope, nothing too interesting. Mana, I haven't heard anybody say mana in a long time. We'll totally take a look at mana. CBO posted about a longer term long, wondering about good entry points though. Oh, let me go see what CBO was looking at. Longer term long and good entry points. Let's see what he was peeping. Probably here. Oh, he's talking about retesting the weekly pivot down there. Good entry points. Yeah, I don't have, based on what he's looking at, which was he got. Let's get this on the 1 hour. So he is looking. Oh, go back to the 1 hour. Hey, stop with that. So he's looking right down in here. I mean, as far as a good entry, see that I don't know if I have any great advice for you there because CVO's looking along in and about what has he got 81 413, right? 81 413. Okay, so he's a little bit lower than I thought. In and about. Come on. Close enough. In and about that area, right? Um, Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to follow structure when we got there. I would have to follow structure when we got there because there's a lot of things for me. There's a lot of things that could change about this, and it's a personal issue, right? If you come from here and we come back and we touch the top here, and then we come down to this point on the chart, we're going to be clearly under bearish 4 hour market structure, and so I'm just going to have problems there. I am going to have problems there. Now, if we don't do that, if we come down there first, yeah, I'm probably gonna want to see 10 to 15 minute structure flip, and so until I see that, I don't even have an entry. So I can't really presume a really fuego entry on that thing. Something that I would be comfortable like grabbing with a limit order right now. No, I have to see structure develop down there. My fear, my main problem is I suspect we're coming here before here currently because we're right in between those, and that if we come to the top first and then we come down to a place like that, we will have broken 4 hour market structure to get there. I don't think that will be a particularly good look for a long. At that point, we got to get there first. That's all I'm saying. We got to get down to that point before the top pulleys. And then let's take a peek at mana. Mana. Binance? Okay, cool. Binance, let's take a look. Okay, so this was from way back in the day. This was from way back in the day there. All right, and now we have rotated the range again. Yeah, it looks like a rocket ship wants to take off on this. It does look like a rocket ship may want to take off on this guy. It's a 4 hour say. Okay, well, I mean, that's good. So 4 hours got some good information for us here. Once we had kind of swept this major low here, or not once, whatever, after doing so, you'd return your 4 hour structure to bullish. And we took out, yeah, pretty significant spot on the chart. So pretty simple for me. A couple of things of caution is number one, you haven't cleared this high. That's not a great look so far. That's not a great look. It always equal rotation back to the bottom. Yeah. Yep. Yep. What, dude? What am I? What button do I keep hitting? I keep hitting the wrong button. Go figure. Bum, 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 bum. So you have lower low, lower high, lower low. Broke the structure of this leg from here to here, here. Have achieved the high. This is an area I would that you could watch for a potential swing failure pattern. I mean, I don't like shorting and like I don't like targeting stuff like this from here in when we're so discounted on this. I think it's a little silly. But so essentially, I'm saying two things. We got to be cautious of an SFP here to rotate back down to here. We have to be cautious of that. But you have swept a major low. You have broke 4-hour structure bullishly, and you have clear structure on this leg right here. Very clear structure there, and that structure flips bearishly after this zone. So yeah, I don't see. No, I would suggest for further upside that this zone should hold. Yeah. Yeah, because I would start shorting after that anyway, right? Because that would be breaking my 4-hour structure of the leg up from the bottom here to here. That would break here, and I would be looking to short all the way back down to here if lost. So so therefore it was also a long zone. Yeah, so I like a long out of that area. The only caution again is the lack of clearance above that high. That's my main caution on it. But yeah, we can look for a long run here. Look for a long run there. I would say if your 15-minute goes back to bullish on you, you might be looking at your long there. But outside of that, I think I would want a 15-minute transition in here. 10 to 15. It's probably all I got on mana. And is there a short? Is there shorts we'd be interested on? Yeah, this one right here. But it's a long way away. That's the short I'd be interested in, but that's a long way away. Outside of that, I'd just rather see it take out all of that stuff. Solana, yeah, sure. Oh, the alt TA section? Did I look at the wrong chart? Oh, Sol. Oh, Sol. This thing, Sol. Gotcha. Yeah, Sol. Yeah, let's see what Sol. Let's take a peep at Sol. Let's see what we got over there. Time is it? Oh, I'm doing good on time. I'm doing good on time. Just remove everything. I don't need anything on here. Go to the weekly actually. That's what I want. Interesting. Yeah, fairly bullish. Definitely have the 4 hour. Interesting. So it kind of laughed away the same section that I have marked out on Bitcoin. Kind of laughed that whole thing away. It's good to know. That's good to know because if that's what happened, that would be the equivalent of this zone here. Same chart, 4 hour, right? Um, I mean, if Sol just laughed through that, what are the chances of BTC failing? Probably slim. Probably slim. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Strength above 136 starts to look pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Man, I'd feel so much better if we'd have pulled that low from midnight or whatever. So this is one of those like, I kind of think, I think you could go down here. It's weird. Oh, I guess that would be the equivalent of, see, let's see. I think it has a generally bullish stance on it and could experience significant upside from here. I just have a slight issue with, I have an issue with this low right here. I have a problem with this low. I just don't like that it was set on a weekend, and so I want to see it swept still. I'm proposing it on Bitcoin, so I suppose I will propose it here as well. Today's not going to be a fun one for me to trade. I don't like the positioning on anything we've looked at so far. But yeah, I want to see. Like, let's take off some of these weekend. Yeah, I have. I have a problem with this, and I have a problem with this. I'd like to see those corrected. Now, like I said, strength above 136, and I think we start to look pretty good here. I would say this took out this. Which leaves this, but that was an internal only. Yeah, so strength above 136, and I am, yeah, strength up above here, and then I think if we come back down into here, yeah, would look to run this kind of situation up to that kind of situation. But lack of strength above 136, and I think it's just short. And then, you know, something like this could ultimately be your, you know, if it were to work, right? If it were to work, you'd be at a 6R by the time you hit the high. Ish. Well, in theory, right? You could. This could present a significant risk reward. Yeah, it's kind of like, I kind of have an issue with this little bear flag situation here that looks like it like broke and then retest. Keep looking at that. I keep looking at that. My problem is it's the impulsive candle coming into it doesn't give me any structure to work with. But I can't unsee that. Can't unsee that currently. Can't really trade it myself, but I can't unsee it. All right, and now we're probably starting to get a little lower on the time budget. What else I miss over here? Popcat, cool, yeah. Hey Nick, what's up? Should probably see what's up with Wink real quick since Nick's here, and then we can look at Popcat. Whatever happened to that thing? Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I would watch for a potential link short here too. Could be all the way back down to that low. To come out of this. It's going to be to come out of the bottom section of it. I would watch for a link short in this area though. You can make it past target 3. Great job. If that, obviously that's a big fat if, right? It's a big fat if that works. But yeah, it would. Seems to make sense. I want to short this thing anyway. So, ah, dang, it's got a piss poor presentation coming into it. Let's talk about this real quick. You're clearly going to be leaving behind demand. Yeah. I think it should be in the event that anything were to work out up there. I think we need to be aware of this zone. Yes, I do, and then we're going to do some pop. Poppies, where you at, Poppy? Where you at, Poppy? Hmm. Pretty pitiful, huh? Pretty pitiful. Hmm. All right, so looks good. Daily kind of broke here. I mean, did we get our close? Yeah, I'd say Daily's looking a little thin. Yeah, it's looking a little thin there. 4 hours definitely bullish. Mhm. I just gotta see. I gotta see strength above. Like obviously, it's like there's problems in the sense where if you're 4 hours bullish, right? So we're looking for on the 4 hour time frame. We're looking for lows and higher highs, right? And so far we have a higher low, and so far we look like we're going to make a higher high. But like we're already premium from here to here. We're already in premium from here to here. So like, where the hell am I going to long, right? I only have one option for me, um, and that is initiation, significant initiation, and then a back test into this. It's the only time I get to long. That sounds like a Tuesday or Wednesday kind of thing. That's it if this works, right? That's it if this works. That's like a if this, then this. And the lack of that would to me represent potential failure at these highs. Like I need to see significant initiation. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it this way. This range is a 22% range. I'd like to see it similar. Yeah, like I'd like to see it up that high out of here, and then a back test back into it. Yeah. And outside of that, I can only watch local structure for a short. But this could develop into a very interesting zone. With the significant initiation out of here, this zone that we built over the weekend could be an interesting zone to watch. All right, we should be getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. Man, that's looking pretty bullish. It's looking pretty bullish. So if we do form a fair value gap, can rather continue to form a fair value gap and shoot up through here. Then any back test into here, I think could be considered for a long back up to a target like this and possibly up that high. All Alrighty, chaps. I guess all the shorts I'm proposing would be the equivalent of dominance S&P this low, bullishly, right? But if dominance does a big break here, then crypto is probably going to do a big break here. Boom, 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 boom. Anything interesting? Anything develop on that ES chart? I think there was anything that was going to change my mind. I don't remember there being anything that. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right, guys. I'm about ready to hit the road unless anybody else has some stuff and things they want to say. Really? Maybe I misplaced that. Maybe I misplaced that. I was looking at gold not too long ago. Oh, interesting. Yep, guys, I'm done. I'm done. I have my alert set on Bitcoin. I've got a couple of ideas for it, and I am done. I am done. So if you guys have something else for me, I can work on that for a couple of minutes. And outside of that, I'm going to wish everybody a good day. I'm going to move on with my day. All right, thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Let's see what I'm going to need. There. Yeah. Have a good week. Enjoy and take care. Peace.